We're going to watch some new Jack Mailer's videos this afternoon. A lot of you are going to say that Jack Mailer's is the world's biggest Bitcoin maximalist. We're the XRP army, so why should we pay attention to him? This person really does know how to make the Bitcoin knowledge easy for a lot of people to understand. There's a switch in your head that can be turned off that changes Bitcoin to XRP. The ideas he uses for Bitcoin can also be used for XRP, which will help you understand what he doesn't say as well. That's the reason here is the movie for today. Please wait while I talk and listen to what Jack Mailer's has to say. I think a lot of you in the XP army back home will find it very useful. Let's begin. Having stocks and bonds won't help you win or stay safe. There is no longer a 6-degree-40 split. Dead to everyone, Bitcoin needs to live. Harvard also leaks this way. This tweet was nice. It's more Bitcoin might reach 100,000 or more in 2018. The price of Bitcoin at over $100 in 2025 is more than 100 million. Everyone pays what Bitcoin is worth. This is it. That's it, guys. It would look good on a t-shirt that tells people to be humble. That's it. The 6440 accounts are no longer active. In the United States, people are putting Bitcoin into their 401ks. Now I'm going to make a strong case for XRP ETFs and the idea that wealth XRP is being by planners for 401k plans. This is all going on right now. Harvard, BlackRock, and Grayscale all seem to be interested in Bitcoin, and XRP is getting lost in the mix. Some people thought Bitcoin would hit 100 ZOD and more likely than 100 ZOD per coin in 2018. This is where XRP is right now. Bitcoin is the golden goose right now, and its market capitalization has already grown by a huge amount. This gives us a chance to get ahead of the curve and skip the liquidity rounds that go from Bitcoin to switch from Ethereum to XRP and go straight to XRP. It's already clear that XRP is doing much better than every other cryptocurrency out there. On red days, it's not as red as the others. It looks better than the others when the weather is nice. What do I need to say? I believe that XRP is the best option. Jack might not agree with me either. Because he is a maximalist, he might think Bitcoin is the best option. He may not like XRP at all. But these things are true and he can't change them. I'm going to show you some more Jack movies now, right now. I'm going to break it up a bit. I want to tell you a few more important things. Thanks for the like. Now everyone in the XRP army can watch this movie and learn something from it. Let's pay money to see the movie the right way. Where does this show up in your daily life? Chicago does have a lot more crime than other cities. This is because our police force doesn't get enough money, our government is too big, and our pensions are broken. It's really bad. I should have understood that, right? Simply put, the fact that bonds are used as a safety net is a bad thing, and there have been losses for 5 years in a row. That is, the value of business property is going down by 85%. Because of this, I have benefits that will keep me from having to pay for things for 30, 40, or 50 years. This will probably help me find teachers for my children. That is, their bank account is empty. It has to do with Bitcoin. First, what would the US government do? Rates need to go down for one thing. A lot of people on the web say things like rates aren't going to go down. Have you seen the figures on work or on this or that? I mean, I don't think you guys understand how much lower prices make things worth more. We are way behind schedule on these perks. A lot of these things aren't even close to what they should be. This is the letter that Trump wrote to Jerome Powell by hand. That's because the US government and central bank have a lot of bonds that aren't paying off. They often act like kids. A lot of portfolio savings accounts, pensions, and charities fall into this category. These people are getting a lot of bad news from the SP 500 index, which we'll talk about in a moment. How are they going to fix it? What do I think is going on? Trump signed an order on Thursday that lets people put Bitcoin into their 401ks, for example. Coins and gold are out there. That's right, this was a huge deal. How would you begin to fix this? How can the savings that are, why are we so far behind? It can be people, families, businesses, space, pension funds, or endowments. How do you make sure their money is safe? People should be able to save Bitcoin and gold in their 401ks. It's only possible to get out of this mess by making the dollar worth less. You should also make sure that the wins can be claimed. Please, Ty. Are you what's going on here? I promise that this is what I really think is happening. Now, for the funny part, this is a Besson, who is Secretary of the Treasury, has a new film clip out. Pay attention. We care a lot about digital things. DLTs have been given a lot of attention by the Trump administration. Many of these companies were almost wiped out by the government when they were sent overseas in the past. When it comes to safety and stopping money laundering, we want to make sure that digital assets are subject to the toughest U.S. rules because we're going to put a lot of money into them. To put it another way, the government will support Bitcoin as a fast way to get cash. Trump's decision to let Bitcoin and gold into 401ks is a direct attempt to save the account, trying to keep money in them for the long term, but have a lot of bad investments in them, like stocks and commercial real estate. The funny part comes next. I agree with everything Jack says about Al. Stocks and paper money are examples of useless things. That doesn't really matter anymore. That's a big scam, and more people are seeing that. It really is. It's only money in the end. There are so many times that money is produced and devalued that over 100 years, you lose 98% of its purchasing power. Also, it's the biggest scam ever. Yes, that was Scott Bassett. I want to let you all know that he didn't say Ethereum like Jack Miller does. He said that digital assets are what we will use to make and keep value in the future. They will also help us get out of this broken system that hurts a lot of people in their bank accounts before it helps a few. You can figure out how to handle your money in a way that works for you. Jack Mailer's thinks it's ETH, but I think it's XRP. Bitcoin, that's just how things are, even though I don't agree with. And before we watch the movie again, I'd like to hear from DeFi Technology, Who is here to make the movie possible? The information I'm about to give you comes from NAFTA, FT, and DeFi Technologies. Let's talk about that. What does it mean to use DeFi technologies these days? It's a tech company whose main goal is to link normal stock markets with autonomous finance, or DeFi. And they make something that I think a lot of you will be interested in. That's why I let them support. They have a trade desk that only deals with arbitrage chances with low risk in both centralized and decentralized markets. To find these chances, this desk uses hard to understand algorithms and market study. Because of this, their users have made a lot of money in digital assets in 2024 and will continue to do so in 2025. I'm going to show you what DeFi Alpha looks like. One decentralized exchange, DX, might sell XRP for 320 at times, while another might do the same thing for 322. This is what DeFi Alpha does for the most part. The software finds a mistake and lets you switch right away. Then you can sell it for more money. A lot of people have been taking advantage of these deals for a long time thanks to their complicated formulas. I think a lot of you will also find this useful. I think you should talk to them about that. If you're interested to get in touch, just click on the reach out button on this DI Alpha page or click on the web address given below. You can also check out their other products on their website. They can do many other things. Thanks for looking. Go back to the show. In the form of an index of stocks, it is no longer alive. This is very important for Bitcoin and for our future in general. There's no question that this is a new time for money. A lot of money needs to move into Bitcoin and find a new place to live. It's no longer just a guess. It took me months to work on this show. I truly believe that if I were in charge of a salary, I would pay Chicago teachers what they're worth. But we're already living it. We have been told to do this by the US president. In Bitcoin, the school in question has more than 100 million. It is the most wealth in all over the world, not just in the US. I would not have believed you if you told me this a year, 5 years, or 10 years ago. It's another big deal.